When I was 44 years old, I went in for my annual mammogram, and my doctor called and said there was something suspect, but I should come back in 6 months. And my doctor said, don't wait 6 months. Let's seize the moment. So I went and had a needle biopsy, and it turned out I had invasive cancer. And my story is one of a complete and total positive outcome because I was detected so early. But had I waited the 6 months, I don't know, maybe I would have had to have chemo. Early detection is key. I know women everywhere are super busy. I know I am busy all the time. I have 2 little boys. I'm a single working mom. I feel like I never had time to breathe, and the last thing I want to think of is going and getting a mammogram. But what I love about Hologic is they're always working on their technology. So ladies, no more excuses about why we aren't getting our mammograms. The Genius 3D now has the Smart Curve system. It is more comfortable and as accurate as always. Better, earlier cancer detection. It can be a blip on the radar in your life. So ask your doctor, is this something that would be good for me?
There's a new tool in the fight against breast cancer. It's called Hologic 3D Mammography. 3D mammography is a new kind of breast exam. It looks and feels like a regular mammogram, only it takes a few seconds longer for each view. That's because the X-ray arm swings over your breast, gathering enough extra information to create a 3-dimensional image set. So now the doctors can see and search through your tissue in 1 millimeter layers. Why is this a good thing? Well, a traditional 2D mammogram shows all the breast tissue at a glance. That means one feature can hide in the shadow of another. So it might look like there's cancer where there isn't any, or there could be a tiny cancer we just can't see. 3D mammography is different because it shows your tissue in very thin layers, almost like turning pages in a book. That makes it easier for doctors to see if there's anything to be concerned about. There's less chance for a cancer to hide behind overlapping tissue. It also means there's less chance your doctor will call you back later for a second look because they can see more clearly now. And yet, for all the extra clarity it brings, your X-ray exposure is only about the same as a traditional mammogram done on film. That's well within the safety limits set by the health authorities. We can't prevent breast cancer, but if we find it early enough, we can stop it before it stops you. 3D mammography is one more tool to make early detection even earlier.
What would you call a breakthrough technology that detects 41% more invasive breast cancers? One that reduces false positives by up to 40%. One that works for all breast densities. That gives doctors a 3D image to work with instead of just a conventional 2D image. We call it Genius. If you're a woman whose breast cancer might have been missed, you'd call it Genius too.
My radiologist told me that a 2D mammogram would have missed my tumor. I'm Jennifer Heft, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. I had this mammogram in 2014, and I am so thankful that I did.
The medical profession has known this technology since 2011 as Hologic Selenia Dimensions Tomosynthesis. Over 8 million women have already benefited from this new kind of mammogram.
Genius 3D mammography is probably the single greatest breakthrough in breast cancer detection in 30 years.
This is the only mammogram that is approved by the FDA as clinically superior to a traditional mammogram. It allows doctors to see masses and distortions associated with cancers significantly more clearly than conventional 2D mammography. Now with over 2,000 installations worldwide and availability in all 50 states, It's time to make women aware of this potentially life-saving technology. The Journal of the American Medical Association published a study involving over 450,000 exams that decisively showed this technology improves early detection and reduces false positives. Creating this new campaign is one of the single most important initiatives Hologic has ever worked on.
We called this breakthrough technology Genius because it is genius, and that's a much easier name for women to remember and ask their doctors about.
Saving lives is what this is all about. Saving lives is genius.
It's genius.
It's genius.
Genius 3D mammography saved my life.